You'll learn these. I don't know either. And that's what we did. I spent 3 years in Japan.
What base there?
Huh?
What base in Japan?
I was down at the base of Sasebo, the Kyushu, which is the lower island, right next to the 7th Fleet. But we had a little hospital. We treated patients coming in from Busan Peninsula.
Excellent.
Then when I came back, I got to know one of the regular Army officers there. We got to be friendly, and we used to whisper, "Do you like the regular Army?" Because people were jealous of the regular Army, because you couldn't be thrown out, right?
Correct.
He said, "You know," he said, "I just came across," this is the last part of the story, and I'll be through. I just came across a piece of literature from Yale University. They were opening a new program in public health and hospital administration. He says, "I'm going to apply." I said, "Gee, that's a great idea. I'll do the same." A couple months later, I got called up from Tokyo to say goodbye, 53. He said, "I got accepted." I said, "I never even heard." When I got home on leave, I called Yale, and I got invited down to an interview, even though they said they only take 9. When I got through with the interview, they made it 10. So that was my career.
Wow. That's very fortunate. So after the war, the Korean War, now you got out of you resigned your regular Army commission? Or did you stay in the reserves?
But I stayed in the reserves. That's a good point. I'm glad I did. I used to put in summer camp. Mm-hmm. I did all my correspondence. I got promoted, and I ended up as a major.
Excellent.
And I think I would have been on the verge of lieutenant colonel. Mm-hmm. But Marilyn said to me, "You know, I just got appointed as director. I was assistant, and they got rid of the director, and they appointed me." And he said, "You know, if you get called up, you're going to lose your job. Maybe you ought to resign." So I resigned. And I think I was pretty close to lieutenant colonel.
What hospital were you in?
Newark Beth Israel Medical Center in Newark, New Jersey.
In Newark, huh? All right. So you resigned your commission and got out of the Army Reserve. So now you're complete civilian. So just a little synopsis of your civilian career.
Of where?
A little synopsis of your civilian career.
Oh, civilian career. I didn't hear the word civilian. Well, I was assistant director. I became a director after so many months. So I came in 57. No, I went to a hospital in Paterson, New Jersey first for 2 years. I heard of an opening in Newark, which was a big teaching hospital compared to a community hospital, and got accepted. I was there for 2 years, applied for this other job, and I was accepted for that. And I came as assistant director and was there all those years. In 1968, I moved up to associate director. In 1968, I became the president of Newark Beth Israel Medical Center.
Wonderful.
And retired in 1996.
You held that job for a long time.
After 40 years, huh?
You held that job for a long time.
I'll tell you what, it was so good is we were taken over by, you know what's happening to the hospital industry. We were taken over by a big system.
Okay.
Got a lot of money for it. I set up a foundation, healthcare foundation. We give a lot of money to healthcare needs in the city and the area, the state of New Jersey. But they gave a very unusual retirement for dinner at Ellis Island. Not to ship me out, but to keep me there.
Excellent. What year again did you retire completely?
What year? 96.
1996.
1996, yes.
So what have you done since your official retirement?
I still play a little tennis. I'll be on the throws of be 92.
My goodness.
I play with my son-in-law. He said he didn't know how to play tennis, but he said to me, "It's just a matter of you getting older," and that's what's happened. He beats the hell out of me all the time. I do go to the gym. I am involved with this. I'm on the executive committee of this foundation. We give a lot of money to needs for health, for children, for women. I'm on a special committee for veterans. Excellent. And it's given in my honor. Excellent. At the foundation.
Wonderful. That's a real privilege there. An honor and a privilege, if you will. Do you belong to any specific veterans organizations?
Yes, I belong to a chapter.
Okay.
At the Picatinny Arsenal which is a local. They do a lot of. They test a lot of things, a lot of armor, and this chapter was named after a veteran got killed. Now, the very interesting what's happening to these chapters. You know, how many guys are still left? You know, and I heard that the last year we used to have throngs of people. Now we're down to 15 veterans, but they brought in a lot of associates, the children. I got my grandson sitting. He went to one meeting and introduced himself. He was there.
Good.
So, the Veterans Organization means a lot to me.
Good. We
do have meetings monthly. So those are the organizations I belong to. Plus, I do belong to an organization called the JCC, is a Jewish Community Center in Newark, in West Orange, and I do a couple of things that are good for my exercise. One, for my mental and my physical. I belong to a group. We do water aerobics.
Very good.
So there I am with about 30 women in the water, and then I do with some. They have machines there, so I alternate it. And those are the things I do for physical activity. And Marilyn and I try to keep occupied. We visit our children. We visit the children. I have kids living in Israel, and come out here. So we keep occupied.
Excellent. That's the next to the last thing I want to ask you. Tell me about your family. You've said your wife's name and children, grandchildren. If you can tell us a little about your family.
First and foremost is my wife Marilyn. She tells a story that when the war was over, in the big print, war is over, 1 million men are due home. She said to her mother, one of those men is mine. And she did. I met her, a very unusual circumstance. And we have 3 children. I have Aura. She was born after I left for Korea. She was born a week after I left. And she lives here in New Jersey, in California. She has 2 children and 2 grandchildren. 3. Then there is Aura, Karen. She lives in New Jersey. She just works in a hospital as well. And incidentally, Aura started a program for children with cancer, Teen Impact, children with cancer. She started the program. It's very famous here from the Children's Hospital in LA.
Wonderful.
And Karen was a social worker for a very prominent hospital in New Jersey. And she has 2 children. And then there is Michael. Michael was my boy. He wanted to be a soldier as well. But he wanted to be a soldier in Israel. He ended up being a paratrooper, fought in the wars, became the ambassador from Israel to the United States for 4 years. And now, presently, he is working with Netanyahu in his office. His title is Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs. Keep your eye on him, because there's going to be big things for Michael and for all my kids.
We'll look for that. Michael Bornstein. Outstanding.
No, Michael Lauren. He changed his name.
Okay. Could you spell that?
O-R-E-N. It means pine tree.
O-R-E-N. Okay. We'll look for that. So how many total great-grandchildren?
9.
That might be a tough one, but...
Wait a minute. 7.
7 great-grandchildren. My goodness, what a remarkable family. Well, in your 90s, that would probably be logical you have that many. I have one other question, Les. Do you have any reflections and overall comments about your wartime service?
Yes. I'm very proud of my wartime service. It's very important to stand firm and fight for what you believe in. And I'm not going to get into today's politics, but I can say that we have to think in terms of our country. I'm a great patriot. I feel very strongly about them.
Excellent. Bless you for that. Lester, thank you for participating in the Veterans History Project. Thank you for being here today, and most of all, thank you for your service to your country.
I'm proud of service. My it's not on the tape now, but my grandson would say, as you saw that film, when Chuck Scarborough, what do you think about your grandfather? He said, proud, proud.
And he should be.
Proud.
And we are. Okay.